Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be reacting to some MLM fails. So if you've seen my previous videos in this MLM series, you'll know that I do this series to promote awareness and recognition that MLMs are scams and they're predatory. And I know that many of you are students or going to be students, and MLMs really prey on students because you might be looking for extra income and all that. So I just want you to be extra aware and careful about these things. So let's analyze their stories from a sociological perspective and see what's wrong with them. Alright, so I have a whole Google Drive full of screenshots and stories, screen recordings. So if you see any MLM people posting ridiculous stories or posts, make sure to send them in my email here so that I can react to them in a future video. So the first one we have says, guess what? A lot of the time, strength feels like struggle at first, building feels like breaking up at first, clarity feels like confusion at first, courage feels like conflict at first. And what do most people do when they feel these hard emotions? They don't even feel it, they run from it. They sit there and write the rest of their story based upon a chapter. It's the uncomfortable path that will lead you to a place of freedom, courage, and strength. This seems unproblematic at first, and on first read, you're like, oh, this is just kind of like motivational, inspirational, but we're looking at this from a sociological perspective. And in sociology, a lot of the theories are meta-narratives, and they say that there are like structures in place. So that's what I'm working on, and that's what I personally believe. This does not take into account the individual hurdles that we have to go through as people, but also as, you know, if you belong to a certain group, ethnically, racially, gender, sexuality, all these different groups and identities have different points of marginalization and different hurdles that they have to get past, and they can also intersect. Yes, this is motivational, but it's a very blanket, a very vague, top-level motivational statement that's not actionable at any point, so it's kind of useless. So the next story is about being a parent and parent guilt, which obviously I can't really relate to. I'm not a parent, but those of you who are parents, you might be able to relate to this. So this person says, it's not always easy being a mom in business. It's quite difficult, actually. The mom guilt can be intense. The lack of sleep, the pressure, even though it can be incredibly messy, it's also incredibly beautiful. I'm tapping into power I didn't know I had, and he's watching me do it. He, as in her son. I'm showing him that regardless of our current situation, I'm doing everything I can to be the best mom I can, whilst also being the best me I can. That was a confusing sentence. I'm subconsciously teaching him that it's possible. Anything is possible as long as you show up every single day. And you know that's what I do. And that's what I do. I show up every day, not only for him, but for our future. Reminding myself of this doesn't make my reality easier, but it does give me enough courage to show up again tomorrow. So she's actually admitting that her reality isn't easy, but reminding herself that she is worthy and everything, like, helps her to show up as in show up and do the business every single day. So you got to remember that this is in the context of MLMs, and they're trying to use these stories to rope people in. So whilst it's like, you know, like motivational and encouraging to parents, it's utilizing and manipulating this guilt that parents might have in order to get them to be like, if I can do it, why can't you? If I can do this business, you can as well. So join me in my team so I can make money off you. Okay, and there's like two stories in this series by the same person. So the world is not served by your playing small. Your parents are not retired by your playing small. The future of your children is not secured by your playing small. Generational curses are not broken by your playing small, etc. And then she says that TV show isn't going anywhere, the clubs aren't going anywhere, but if you don't change your habits, your finances are also not going anywhere, your debt is not going anywhere, your financial anxiety is not going anywhere, etc. You get the gist. And then the next story, if you want different, you need to act different now. Not Monday, not in the new year, right now. As in, join my business right now and change your life. Things in life don't happen by chance, they happen by change. For 90 days, replace music with podcasts, Netflix with personal development, clubs with intentional goal setting, replace talking about people with talking about opportunity, as in the business opportunity. They always say, like, give me 90 days, I'll show you what this business can do. And for 90 days, they will try and keep you in the business. They'll try and get as much out of you for those 90 days so that they can make money off of you, because that's how the commission structure works. They get money every time you renew your monthly payment, every time you buy product, every time you enroll someone, they make money off of you. And for the record, podcast, personal development, goal setting is fine, But when you use those to intentionally manipulate people, shame them into buying your courses, into buying into your business opportunity, is why I have such a big problem with self-help industry and self-help gurus. Like I say in this video, at one point I always used to listen to like personal development podcasts and stuff and business podcasts, which were all fun and dandy, but now I'm just like, I want to relax in my downtime. I don't want to listen to someone harping on about business in my downtime. You know what I mean? And also, I love some good Netflix. I love a good K-drama. If you guys watch K-dramas, let me know. What should I watch next? I'm looking for a new one. You don't always have to do personal development all the time. The toxic thing about personal growth is that you have to be constantly growing, and MLMs use it to their full advantage, right? They use this whole self-help narrative, which is why I have such a problem with it. Okay, so let's react to some videos. Some of these are from the GoPro Conference 2021. That is for network marketers that I reacted to in this video, so check that out.
Is your business still open for business? Do you care about making pizza? Like, they don't know because you just into thin air. So it's the same in direct sales. Like, if you show up for a little while and then you disappear and then you show up for a little while, people don't know if you actually care about helping them with whatever product or service you provide, or if you're just showing up because, like, you know what, I kind of need a little extra money for Christmas, so I'm gonna like put myself out there and post again because I want to make a commission, and then I'm gonna disappear again. Like, you can't do that. You have to be consistent. So
okay, they're saying like yes in the background, very cute, but also not cute considering how she's trying to manipulate people. Consistency in building a business is important, but the reason, you have to think about the motive behind these people. Why are they asking you to be consistent? Because you being consistent lines their pockets with consistent income. Okay, so this team obviously had some sort of Christmas event, and bear in mind the reason they have these events is twofold: to keep people in, to show them like, oh, this is our community, you got to celebrate, come, otherwise you're going to miss out, to people like existing in the team already. But the second reason is also to show potential prospects on Instagram and stuff, this is what our community is about. But actually that is not a true community because you're competing against each other for customers and for downline. So okay, here's another example of the leader clearly like trying to love bomb these people in her team. So she's showing them off and giving them shout outs on her Instagram story, obviously trying to make them feel good. They've got certificates. She's like saying, oh, this person cleaned up with top personal sales out of 300 plus market partners. That's a big deal. Your dedication to your customers is so inspiring, and she's a perfect example of zero excuses. So proud of everything you've accomplished in 2021. White heart. Yeah, just some love bombing to keep them in place, keep them going, and keep them making money for you.
I have a question for you. What if it turns out better than you could have ever imagined? What if all of the changes that you're making in your life right now are leading to something more beautiful than you could have ever envisioned? Yes, things could go wrong.
Okay, so in that reel, she's trying to say like, you got to stick out. You got to stick out the hard times because the rainbow comes at the end of the rain, right? This plays into the whole like sunk cost fallacy because like people, you know, you have a starter kit, you have to buy these products. I mean, and then people are going to say that they don't have to buy these products. You don't have to. It's an option. But they will say you can't do this business if you're not using the products. Hence, you need to buy products. So anyway, the sunk cost fallacy, you're pumping in money. So you're thinking, oh, I've already spent like X amount. I've already spent $100. I can't back out now. I put in so much. So this person's clearly trying to keep people in. Basically, this is literally the point of their Instagram stories, to attract people or keep people in. Bear that in mind.
I could help you cross the street.
No.
I could help you cross your yard.
No.
I could help you cross your porch.
No.
Well, I gotta help you cross something.
If you have ever had an MLM hunt in your DMs, you'll know that they are persistent. Even if you say no, they'll keep going. They'll keep coming back. Be like, hey girl, want to check out the products? No is a fourth sentence. If you get approached by someone and you don't want to, say no.
But if I have to say the single greatest effect that Monat has had on my life,
It's the gift of presence and time in my daughter's life.
Okay, it's great that she has time with her daughters and her family, but why is she crediting Monet for it? Like, imagine crediting your company like, oh, because of Google, I was able to go on holiday. Like, no one says that. You just say, I'm grateful to go on holiday. Like, the amount of emotion they have and emotional attachment they have to these companies is the same for Emily Emma, is really unhealthy and is very cult-like, because you then start to revere this company. You can't see anything that they do is wrong. Anyway, so that's it for today's MLM fails reaction. As I said, if you have any stories or posts that you want me to react to, send it to this email here and I'll make sure to include in an upcoming MLM fails video. But if you want to watch any more, check out these videos here and I will see you in my next one. Bye.